Then there was a group. Apparently, there was a thing called Section 8. And there were several from this section, right? One of them called Dog Welder. and apparently he was a thin, quiet man who wore a welder's mask. And what he did was he would weld dead dogs to the evildoers. That was it. So if it was like...
That's not real.
Yeah, these are real. I mean, these never really made the cut, as you know. These were real in
so
real
what?
comic.
They would like find the bad guy and find a dead dog and find your welding equipment
and weld it
dog.
to the. I don't know if the bad guy was going to be dead at the time. Otherwise, at the end of the series, the bad guy would just have like 50 dogs
welded to
him. Yeah. Then there's one called Phlegm Gem, and although it's spelled differently, he was a bald man in a green suit who produced a large amount of phlegm.
I think I sit next to him on the S-Bahn every morning.
Hello, Dave.
Green suit, lots of phlegm.
They've spelt it different. They spelt it F-L-E-M.
Oh, well, it's a bit more street, though.
A bit more street.
It's like when you use Z's instead of an S.
And he could blind or like choke people or just disgust the bad guys or the good guys. Probably. I don't think these sound like the bad guys though. The ones doing this.
To be honest, I would be more disgusted to have a dog welded to me than if somebody had a cold.
Yeah, a really bad cold.
I don't think having a cold constitutes as having a superpower.
No, but if it was so much phlegm that it would like get on your face like a big jellyfish.
Well, super sounds good. That's just disgusting power.
Yeah, and then now we get to a couple of my favourites here. Arm fall off boy. That's it. That's
the leprous superhero.
the leprosy, and his ability literally was just to detach his arm and use it as a weapon. Why not just pick up a club? Why?
So he would like take off his left arm and use his right arm to hit it.
Yeah, that was it. He'd go, and then his arm would be off, and then it'd be like bang, bang, bang.
That's rubbish. If anything, that's weakening.
Hindering
I want to
him.
say disarming yourself.
Oh, look at this! What's the matter? Disarming. You're rolling.
Welcome to the pun hour with Iddon and Richards.
And my favourite, then. And now we get to my favourite.
Okay.
The Red Bee. Now, this guy, right? I'll give you a bit more background. He was the assistant to the district attorney. His name was Rick Raleigh.
Rick Raleigh.
Yeah,
that's a good name.
And he wanted to because he'd had enough of bad justice, people getting away with things basically. Yeah. So he thought, right, I'm gonna sort these people out.
Take this into my own. Right.
He was just an athlete, basically, and he didn't actually have any powers as such, but he did have the ability to control bees.
Really?
but
the most powerful of God's creatures.
And his costume was like red, of course, because all bees are red. And the thing is, right,
I like how you said he didn't have any superpowers as such, but he can control bees.
Yeah, but just like a train, like people who do like flea circus or stuff like that. I mean, it's not like he had some. I don't know if he could control all bees.
He could like summon all
the
bees.
He just had like a few trained ones.
Oh, right. So he had some sidekicks. Bees are rubbish though, because the second they attack, they die.
Well, yeah, that's not good. But he was a good swimmer as well, which isn't obviously that amazing.
That's useful for bees.
As all bees can do.
Yeah.
And he had a stinger gun, of course. So these are all kind of bee-related things. But he couldn't fly, which is you'd think.
Could he not train the bees to pick him up and fly him to where he needed to be?
But my favourite bit of this whole thing is when he summoned his bees. He had a few bees.
Sounds like a euphemism.
I'm
summoning my bees.
He had a belt buckle, and in his belt buckle lived his favourite bee, who was called Michael.
Oh, Michael.
And I thought that touched on something with me. I thought, yes, I could be a favourite bee and live in someone's buckle. It's something to aspire to, I think. Like the children that Chavez is talking to.
You aspire to a bee that lives in a belt of an attorney who can swim.
The swimming attorney.